and in things you must do to survive. Through tough times, when life turns relentless, when challenges pile up, pressure mounts, and the world feels like it's closing in, survival becomes a necessity, not a choice. Tough times don't allow you to coast. They demand you stand firm or risk breaking. The difference between those who collapse under the weight and those who emerge stronger isn't talent, education, or luck. It's strategy, mindset, and resilience built through disciplined habits. To make it through hard seasons with your spirit intact and your future secure, there are non-negotiable actions you must take. These aren't quick fixes or superficial tactics. They're foundational principles that anchor you when everything else shakes. They're the decisions, habits, and perspectives that transform survival into strength, ensuring you don't just endure but grow through adversity. Here are 10 essential strategies to navigate tough times, each a lifeline to keep you grounded, focused, and moving forward. 1. Keep your vision alive in the midst of chaos. It's easy to lose sight of your purpose. Pain, uncertainty, and struggle can consume your focus, making the present feel like the entire story. But tough times are a chapter, not the book. To survive, you must hold fast to your vision, the clear picture of where you're headed and why it matters. Your vision is your compass, guiding you when motivation fades and progress feels invisible. It doesn't need to be grand. A dream of a better job, a healthier body, or a stronger family is enough. What matters is that it's real to you, something that stirs your heart and gives meaning to your fight. Without a vision, survival feels pointless. You'll drift, settle, or give up when the pressure peaks. To keep it alive, make it tangible. Write it down. I'm building a life of freedom. I'm becoming someone my kids admire, or I'm creating stability. Speak it daily, even when your circumstances scream otherwise. Revisit it in moments of doubt, letting it pull you forward. For example, if you're facing financial strain, remind yourself, this is temporary. I'm working towards security. Build your day around this vision. Schedule tasks, set boundaries, and choose habits that align with it. If you're exhausted, let your vision remind you why rest is vital. If you're discouraged, let it whisper that this struggle is part of a bigger story. Your vision isn't a fantasy, it's a blueprint for what's possible. In tough times, it's not built in comfort, but in chaos. You don't wait for proof. You decide to believe before you see. When you feel like quitting, picture the person you're becoming, stronger, wiser, more resilient. That future self needs you to keep going, to plant seeds even when the ground seems barren. By holding your vision close, you ensure every step, no matter how small, moves you towards something greater. It's not just about surviving today, it's about building tomorrow. 2. Control your mind when life gets tough. Your greatest battle isn't external. It's the voice in your head. That voice can spiral into fear, doubt, or despair, saying, I can't do this. It's too much, or this isn't fair. If you let it lead, it will drag you into darkness. Tough times test your mental discipline, demanding you protect your thoughts with fierce intention. Your mind can be your worst enemy or your strongest ally, but it follows your direction. To survive, you must take charge, steering it toward clarity and strength. Start by becoming aware of your thoughts. Catch them in the moment. When fear says, you'll fail, challenge it. I've faced hard things before and I'm still here. Replace lies with truths. This is tough, but I'm tougher. Be deliberate about your self-talk, especially in solitude, because that's where survival is shaped. For instance, if you're overwhelmed by a setback, tell yourself, this hurts, but it won't define me. This isn't about fake positivity. It's about choosing what energy you fuel. Panic weakens you. Clarity strengthens you. Mental. Toughness isn't about ignoring pain. It's about facing it without letting it rule you. Build it through repetition, like training a muscle. Each time you redirect a negative thought, you strengthen your discipline. Create habits to ground your mind. Journal to process emotions. Meditate for 5 minutes to reset, or recite affirmations to anchor your focus. For example, if you're battling anxiety, write 3 things you can control each morning. These practices don't erase the storm. They ensure you stay steady within it. In tough times, you don't rise to the occasion. You fall to your preparation. Train your mind daily, choosing what to focus on and what meaning to assign to your struggles. When pressure rises, you'll breathe, realign, and keep moving, not because it's easy, but because you've built a mind that refuses to be ruled by weakness. Control your thoughts, or they'll control you. That's the cornerstone of survival. Simplify everything. When life feels heavy, complexity is your enemy. Stress, distractions, and endless responsibilities drain your energy and cloud your focus. In tough times, survival demands simplicity, stripping your life to what truly matters. This isn't weakness, it's strategy. By cutting the noise and, in focusing on a few key priorities, you create clarity and conserve strength for what keeps you grounded. Identify your non-negotiables, the 3 to 5 actions that, if done consistently, keep you steady. Maybe it's a morning walk, journaling, eating a healthy meal, or calling a loved one. These are your anchors, providing rhythm when the world feels chaotic. For example, if you're navigating a career crisis, simplify to daily tasks like networking, skill building, and self-care. Let go of extras, social media debates, unnecessary meetings, or perfectionist standards. Say no without guilt. I'm not taking that on right now. This frees energy for what strengthens you. Simplicity means adapting to the season. You can't live like everything's normal in a storm. Stop chasing goals that don't fit this moment. If you're grieving, don't pressure yourself to perform at peak levels. Just focus on showing up. Create routines that calm your mind. Wake at the same time, move for 10 minutes, or write one sentence of gratitude. These small acts build stability. For instance, if you're financially strained, simplify by cooking at home and canceling subscriptions. Less clutter means more focus. The power of simplicity lies in its focus. You don't need to fix everything or achieve greatness in a crisis. You need to stay consistent, choosing fewer but better actions. By reducing complexity, you lighten your load, making survival not just possible, but sustainable. In tough times, simplicity is your strength. 4. Keep showing up when exhaustion sets in, when motivation vanishes, when every fiber of you wants to quit. Survival hinges on one thing: showing up. Not with perfection or power, but with consistency. There will be days when getting out of bed feels impossible, when progress seems non-existent, when hope feels like a distant memory. On those days, you still move. You take the walk, write the sentence, make the call. Momentum doesn't care about your feelings. It rewards action, especially small action. Survival isn't always dramatic. It's not about heroic breakthroughs. It's about dragging yourself through the fog, doing the reps, and refusing to quit. For example, if you're battling depression, showing up might mean showering and eating a meal. If you're facing a failing business, it's sending one email to a client. These acts, however small, keep you in motion. They prove you're still in the fight, building resilience through repetition. Discipline carries you when passion fades. Decide that even if your pace slows, your presence won't stop. If you're too tired for a full workout, do 5 push-ups. If you can't focus on a big project, work for 10 minutes. These efforts maintain your chain of consistency, ensuring you don't lose ground. Don't confuse fatigue with failure or discouragement with defeat. You're allowed to feel overwhelmed, but you're not allowed to disappear. Your future self depends on your dependability today. The day you want to quit is often the day that could change everything. Showing up, even messily, shapes you into someone who can carry weight without crumbling. It's not about winning every day. It's about refusing to lose your progress. Keep showing up, and you'll find that consistency, not strength, is what pulls you through. 5. Protect your peace in chaos. Your peace is sacred. It's not a luxury. It's a survival tool, the calm that keeps you steady when everything else threatens to overwhelm you. Yet, peace is fragile, easily disrupted by noise, drama, or people who drain your energy. To survive tough times, you must guard it fiercely, choosing what you allow in and what you keep out. Not everything deserves your attention. Protect your peace by setting boundaries. Say no to toxic conversations, decline invitations that exhaust you, and log off from social media if it fuels anxiety. For example, if a friend constantly complains, limit contact. I'm focusing on myself right now. You're not obligated to absorb others' negativity or stay accessible to those who disrupt your clarity. If a situation costs your peace, it's too expensive. Walk away. Create a peaceful environment. Choose stillness over chaos. Spend 10 minutes in silence, listen to calming music, or read something uplifting. Surround yourself with people who nourish you, not deplete you. For instance, if you're grieving, seek friends who listen without judgment, not those who push unsolicited advice. Protect your schedule like it's your lifeline. Block time for rest, reflection, or a walk. These choices preserve your energy, giving you the strength to endure. Peace isn't the absence of struggle, it's the presence of perspective. It allows you to respond, not react, to life's challenges. By guarding your peace, you build an inner sanctuary that no storm can destroy. Prioritize it, and you'll move through tough times with purpose and clarity. 6. Find meaning in the I. Pain is inevitable in tough times, but it doesn't have to be wasted. Your instinct may be to escape, numb, or avoid it, but running from pain robs you of its lessons. To survive and grow, you must face it and find meaning within it. Pain isn't just something to endure. It's a teacher, shaping you in ways success and comfort never could. Instead of asking, "Why me?" ask, "What can this teach me?" Every struggle carries a lesson, resilience, gratitude, or clarity about what matters. For example, if you're facing a breakup, the pain might reveal your strength or highlight values you won't compromise. If you're struggling financially, it might teach you resourcefulness or the importance of planning. Look your pain in the face and declare, "You won't break me, you'll build me." This shift turns you from a victim into a steward of your growth. Meaning gives purpose to suffering. Find a reason to keep going: your family, your future, or the person you're becoming. If you're battling illness, your reason might be inspiring others with your courage. If you're grieving a loss, it might be honoring the loved one's memory through your actions. Write down what this season is teaching you. I'm learning patience. I'm discovering my limits. Or I'm finding what I value. Revisit these insights when hope fades. Pain with purpose transforms you. Pain without meaning traps you. By finding significance in your struggles, you ensure they refine you, not define you. This meaning becomes your fuel, pushing you through the darkest moments with the conviction that this season will shape a stronger, wiser you. 7. Stay connected. When life feels unbearable, isolation seems safe. You might think, "No one understands," or "I'll handle this alone." But isolation is a trap. While solitude can heal, cutting yourself off deepens despair. Connection is a lifeline, providing perspective, accountability, and strength when yours is fading. To survive tough times, you must stay connected, even when it's hard. Seek people who support, not pity you. Those who sit with your pain, tell you the truth, and remind you of your strength. You don't need many, just a few who won't let you disappear. Reach out even if it's uncomfortable. Text a friend, "I'm struggling, can we talk?" or join a support group. For example, if you're facing job loss, connect with a mentor who's navigated career setbacks. Their presence anchors you, reminding you you're not alone. Connection requires vulnerability, which feels risky in tough times. But survival sounds like honesty. "I'm not okay today." It looks like a coffee with someone who listens or a walk where you don't need to speak. You don't have to perform. Just be real. Not everyone will be safe, so choose wisely. Distance yourself from those who add chaos and seek those who bring stability. If you lack a circle, build one. Attend a community event, join an online forum, or reconnect with an old friend. You weren't meant to face life alone. Connection isn't weakness, it's wisdom. By staying linked to others, you gain the strength to endure, ensuring tough times don't break your spirit but deepen your humanity. 8. Move your body. When stress overwhelms, it doesn't just cloud your mind, it settles in your body. Tension in your shoulders, tightness in your chest, or shallow breaths signal your system's strain. If you don't release it, it festers, turning mental exhaustion into physical fatigue. Movement isn't about fitness in tough times. It's about survival, freeing your energy and grounding you when thoughts spiral. You don't need a gym or a plan, just move. Walk around the block, stretch for 5 minutes, or do a few push-ups. If you're stuck at home, pace your room or dance to no music. For instance, if anxiety grips you, a brisk 10-minute walk can slow your racing mind. Movement boosts oxygen and blood flow and endorphins, cutting through mental fog and emotional weight. It's a signal to your nervous system. We're still here, still alive. Motion disrupts despair. On days when clarity eludes you, sweat can bring it back. If you're grieving, a yoga session might ease the heaviness. If you're angry, jumping jacks can channel the energy. You don't need perfection, just interruption. Even standing up and shaking your arms is a win, proving you're not stuck. The body stores stress and trauma, so give it an outlet. Move. Daily, especially when you least feel like it. Because momentum starts with your body and carries you through. 9. Monitor your inputs in tough times. Your mind is vulnerable, absorbing what you expose it to. If you consume negativity, doom-filled news, toxic conversations, or fear-driven social media, you'll feel drained, anxious, or hopeless. Survival demands you guard what enters your mind, curating inputs that nourish rather than deplete you. Be intentional about what you let in. Limit news to once a day. Unfollow accounts that stir fear and avoid people who thrive on complaints. For example, if you're battling self-doubt, skip shows that glorify drama and read a biography of someone who overcame odds. Choose voices that inspire. Listen to podcasts that uplift. Read books that challenge or talk to friends who speak courage. Even 10 minutes of a motivational speech can shift your perspective. Your environment shapes your emotional state. Create a space that supports clarity. Play calming music, keep a tidy desk, or pin up quotes that motivate you. If you're facing a crisis, surround yourself with stories of resilience, not despair. You become what you absorb, so prioritize inputs that make you stronger. In a hard season, you don't need noise, you need nourishment. By filtering what you consume, you build an inner world that sustains you through the storm. 10. Stop negotiating with fear. Fear grows loud in tough times, posing as logic. Wait, play it safe, or you're not ready. It urges you to shrink, delay, or avoid risk, even if staying put hurts more. If you negotiate with fear, it builds a prison around you, starting with one hesitation and ending with a life of regret. To survive, you must act despite fear, refusing to let it dictate your future. Fear isn't a trustworthy guide, it exaggerates risks and distorts reality. Recognize when it's speaking, a knot in your stomach, a racing heart, or endless what-ifs. Instead of arguing with it, move. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's action in its presence. For example, if you're scared to apply for a job, send one application today, hands shaking. If you fear confrontation, start with a calm, "We need to talk." Each step weakens fear's grip, proving it doesn't control you. You won't always feel bold, but you don't need to. Survival is about quiet courage, the choice to act when no one's watching, when doubt screams to stop. If fear says, "You'll fail," respond, "Maybe, but I'll learn." Replace worst-case scenarios with possibilities. What if this works? By refusing to let fear decide, you reclaim your power, ensuring tough times don't stall your progress, but propel you toward growth. Sustaining your resilience. These 10 strategies, keeping your vision alive, controlling your mind, simplifying everything, showing up, protecting your peace, finding meaning in pain, staying connected, moving your body, monitoring inputs, and stopping negotiations with fear, form a blueprint for surviving tough times. But survival isn't just about getting through. It's about growing stronger. To sustain your resilience, integrate these practices into your life, adapting them as seasons change. Revisit your vision regularly. As challenges evolve, refine your vision. If a goal no longer fits, set a new one that reignites your purpose. Check in weekly, Is this still my direction? Adjust habits to stay aligned, ensuring your vision remains a guiding star. Strengthen mental discipline. Mental toughness grows with practice. Continue catching negative thoughts, replacing them with empowering ones. Add new grounding habits, like daily gratitude or breathing exercises, to keep your mind steady in future storms. Maintain simplicity. Even in calmer times, avoid overloading your life. Regularly assess priorities, cutting what doesn't serve you. A simplified life preserves energy for growth, making you resilient against unexpected challenges. Build a habit of showing up. Consistency is a lifestyle. Train yourself to act daily, even in small ways, so showing up becomes automatic. If new goals arise, apply the same discipline, ensuring progress never stalls. Guard peace proactively. Make peace a daily priority. Set boundaries before chaos. Curate your environment for calm and nurture supportive relationships. A peaceful foundation equips you to handle any crisis. Seek ongoing meaning. Life's challenges never stop, so keep asking, what's this teaching me? Reflect monthly on lessons learned, using them to guide decisions. Meaning turns every experience into growth, building a resilient spirit. Stay connected. Long-term. Deepen your circle over time. Invest in relationships that uplift you and be the person who shows up for others. A strong network ensures you're never alone, no matter the storm. Keep moving. Movement is a lifelong habit. Find activities you enjoy, hiking, yoga, or dancing, and make them non-negotiable. Physical health supports mental clarity, keeping you ready for life's demands. Curate inputs. Continuously. Your mind needs nourishing inputs always. Regularly. Audit what you consume, media, conversations, environments, and adjust to stay inspired. A steady diet of positivity fuels resilience. Master fear as a habit. Facing fear is a skill. Practice small acts of courage daily. Speak up. Try something new or take a calculated risk. Over time, fear loses its power and action becomes your default. The legacy of your surviving tough times isn't just about you. It's about the legacy you create. Each strategy builds a stronger, wiser version of yourself, capable of inspiring others. Your resilience becomes a beacon, showing those around you what's possible. The habits you form, discipline, clarity, courage, shape not just your future but the lives you touch. Your family, friends, or community see your grit and find their own. Your story of endurance becomes a testament to human strength, proving that tough times don't define you, they refine you. This journey also frees you. By mastering these strategies, you break free from fear, chaos, and doubt, stepping into a life of purpose and agency. You become someone who doesn't just survive but thrives, turning every challenge into an opportunity to grow. Your survival is a declaration. I'm here, I'm building, I'm not done. Your call to action today is your starting point. Choose one strategy and act now. Write your vision. I'm becoming resilient. Catch one negative thought and replace it with, I'm stronger than this. Simplify by skipping one distraction, like social media for a day. Show up with one small action, a walk, a call, a task. Protect your peace by saying no to one draining request. Find meaning in a struggle. Journal what it's teaching you. Text a friend, can we catch up? Move your body for 5 minutes. Swap one negative input for an uplifting podcast. Act despite fear. Do one thing that scares you, like sending an email you've delayed. These steps are simple but powerful. They spark momentum, proving you can endure. Tough times are real, but so are you. You don't need to be perfect, just consistent. Every action shapes the person you're becoming, a version of you stronger than you've ever known. Keep going, and keep breathing, keep building. Your future is waiting, and it's worth every step.